Whenever we want a thing, desire a thing, there is a journey attached to it. Maybe we're in search of something, whether it's knowledge, emotional healing, or a physical thing. We embark on a journey. Welcome to What is Travel? A solo series on the Travel, Create, Repeat podcast, where I share different ways of looking at travel. It's about opening up possibilities, finding inspiration, and connecting to what feels meaningful. I'm Roxanne, and I'm an artist nomad who's been traveling full-time since 2017. After living in over 60 cities and having slept in hundreds of beds, I have some insights to share about how travel is bigger than we think, how it can be incorporated into our lives, even on a small scale, and why it's important. Each episode is a deep dive into a specific way of perceiving what travel can be. Today, I'm talking about travel as a journey. There are a lot of parts to travel, and seeing it as a journey is kind of like looking at everything that happens in the middle. The destination is also important because it's the resolution, the ending of the book, but the journey is what makes up most of the story. A journey is a process. It's everything between the beginning and the end. That's exactly what life is, that place in between being born and our eventual death. Most of our life is the journey, so in a sense, we are all living as travelers. We travel every day, from the moment we wake up in the morning to the time our head hits the pillow and we go to sleep. That time awake, we are on our very own journey. We might travel to the kitchen for coffee and breakfast. Maybe we start with exercise. Eventually, we travel to work, which could also be a home office. We might leave the house and travel on foot or bike or bus or car, through traffic, through sights and sounds of the outside world. We journey to our daily work, maybe with some excitement or anxiety, or even with some neutrality. On our journey, we may meet people along the way who are part of our story and we a part of theirs. At night, we journey through the cycles of sleep, alpha, theta, and delta. From the moment we fall asleep to when we wake, we enter the realm of dreams, where our subconscious reigns. A landscape where reality is warped into surreal shapes that can frighten, sparkle, and reveal things that have been hidden. I think of the hero's journey from Joseph Campbell, seen through the lens of journey as myth. The hero's journey describes a protagonist's adventure in 3 stages. Departure, where the heroine leaves their regular world and familiar surroundings. Initiation, where she faces challenges and tests in the new unfamiliar world. Perhaps they meet helpers along the way, a mentor or friends who join the hero on their quest. And finally, the return, where the hero comes home, usually changed in some way. There is a reintegration back into their world, and perhaps there are gifts and insights from their travels to share with friends and family. In many fantasy novels and movies like Lord of the Rings, The Wheel of Time, Shannara Chronicles, Witcher, and several others, the main characters are often literally depicted journeying on foot from one place to another. It's become kind of a fantasy trope to physically travel through the landscape from one adventure to another. Whenever we want a thing, desire a thing, there is a journey attached to it. Maybe we're in search of something, whether it's knowledge, emotional healing, or a physical thing. We embark on a journey. Maybe we want love. Then we embark on the journey of relationships. Perhaps we want some kind of inspiration or to find something meaningful or beautiful. Maybe we have a life dream, a calling, a personal project, or deep desire we want to create. To achieve anything is a journey of learning, discovery, connection, wisdom, and hopefully some fulfillment. Going on a journey changes us. From the moment we set foot on the path, we're not the same. We are now travelers. As we travel, we change. But our original home also changes. I've been traveling consistently as a nomad since 2017, and this journey has changed me. When I return to the city of my home, I can feel how much I've changed and how much that place has also changed. Sometimes I long for the home of my past, but even if I stayed in one place, it would also change over time. The journey begins and it eventually comes to an end, just like life. In a sense, as we travel through different phases of life, we are constantly going through specific journeys that begin and end. There is the journey of our childhood, then our teens, and then the phases in adulthood, young adult, middle age, and old age. So many journeys as we travel through time, so many beginnings and endings until we reach our final destination. I could also spend some time defining and going down the rabbit hole of various ways of looking at what a journey is, but I will continue on from here exploring other aspects of travel. One thing that I know will happen is that things will overlap, definitions blurring together as the ideas of what travel can be expands our way of looking, broadening our logos and creating new questions and ideas. Thanks for joining me on the What is Travel podcast series. If you enjoyed this podcast, please consider subscribing to my emails on my website, travelcreaterepeat.com. There you can read my travel blog as well as see my art shop. You can also subscribe and support me on Patreon at patreon.com/travelcreaterepeat. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, happy travels. Bye.